Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is day 3. Yes, I know I'm behind. I had some family issues, and so I ended up behind, but I'm working hard, and so we're on day 3, like I said, of our September daily. And day 3, this is with Miss Paintalot. I'm following along with her. I'm not doing the exact same pages, obviously, but I am getting inspiration from what she's done. This page is completely different than what she did because I don't sew. So we've had to kind of go around that a little bit. Miss Paintalot's link will be below, and there's also going to be links below to everything that I use in this episode, I guess you would call it. So the things you're going to need is ink, which I'm using Vintage Photo, and then you're going to need paper, which is cream colored, and then obviously you're going to need glue. You're going to need your crocodile. You're going to need an eyelet, which is under here, and you're going to need a charm, which I have this little teeny one that I've already put one ring through, so you didn't have to watch me do that torturous thing. And the little charm says handmade, so we're going to use that. And I think we may be all right as far as the rest of it. Most of it's going to be gluing, so we'll move our prompt list out of the way. Oh no, the prompt is sewing, and the kit is from Kyung Shotwell at Wonders by Wink, and of course a link to her Etsy store and YouTube channel will be below. All right, you guys ready for this? Today's sewing. We're going to move the crocodile out of the way. We won't be using that until the end. Now this kit comes with it's really cool, first of all, and it comes with so much ephemera. I've only printed out I think 3 pages, and I think there's 5. So there's a ton of ephemera that comes with it, and I'm a little overwhelmed. Now, if this looks like a page to you, then I have accomplished my goal, which is this is 2 pages. Okay, so what I did was I took this out. We're going to make a notebook and a belly band that fits right in here inside this frame. Number 1. Number 2, this is a collage, and we're going to put that on this page. Now, I've taken a photo with my phone, and so hopefully I will be able to just move stuff over, but as you know, these things are underneath these things, so I'm going to have to try to set them to the side in such a way that it makes it easier for me to be able to bring them back. We may have to cut this ruler in half. In fact, I think we are going to have to cut this little ruler in half. Make sure you can see it. Barely. There's a little ruler right there. Let me see if I can move this collage up so you can see it better. Okay, so it's all kind of crooked and stuff, but I think it looks good once it's done. So let's move forward now with Mr. Black, which is my book that I'm using. So the pages are this size, so I have to cut 1/4 of an inch off the top and the bottom of each of these pages in order to make the page fit. So this way it fits just fine. In fact, let's see if I can do this. This is page 1 with the notepad. I mean the card. This is page 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that black smudge. I don't know where it came from. This is page 2 with our trifold that opens up. Okay, and now we're on page 3, which is sewing. But you'll notice that I had to cut down the paper to make it fit this way. However, this way it is fine. Okay, I actually forgot on this page. That's why there's no cream colored on the top and the bottom. I do not know why I'm pointing out this mistake to you, because you probably would have never noticed it if I had not pointed it out. Okay, so Mr. Black is being done vertically. And the reason he's called Mr. Black is he has a nice hardcover front and back, and it happens to be colored black. Miss Paintalot is called Mr. Green. Book is not green, but it's written by Mr. Green. The original book for the January daily was Mr. Green. So the first thing we're going to do is, now that I've cut everything off, now I'm going to ink the top and the bottom of this, but I want it to look like a hidden pocket. So I'm not going to ink the sides. Okay? I just want this to match up with the inking on the top and the bottom of the page. Hopefully I won't go off the screen. It's really hard for me because the length of the arm that I have for my camera. Whoops, I just stamped it on the lid. Silly thing number one, going along with my bad jokes that we keep track of. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, well, as my grandma says, it must have been a lie. So whatever I just started to say to you was not true. I don't know what it was. Play back the video and figure out what I was saying. I have a bad habit of that, and I apologize, of starting a sentence and not finishing it, because my thought goes on to what my hands are doing. And so you're just going to have to put up with that. You have no choice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach this page. And now you have to remember, since this is going to be a side pocket, I don't know if I mentioned that, we've got a writing card as well on top of having a notebook, and then we're going to have a collage over here. So this is probably going to be another 2-hour video. I hope that you stay through to the end, because it really is going to be a fun page, I believe, to do. Now we're going to go ahead and ink this so it matches the outside of the page. We're just not going to ink the inside. Okay, so we're going to attach this to where it matches up, top and bottom, and we're going to glue it on 3 sides. Okay, and we're going to put a tab on the writing card, and I'm going to try to put something that comes off the page somehow on as many pages as possible, so that we can have all kinds of charms sticking off the pages. I've never really been a charm person, or charmed, or possibly a person. I keep hitting that, and now I'm really making it bad. And so we're going to glue this on, and then we're going to do the collage so that it doesn't keep getting worse and worse over there. So let's glue this on. No glue on this side, that's the pocket. So I'm also going to leave it just a little bit of room right there, and we're going to have to trim the writing card down. I just wasn't sure exactly how much, so I have left it full size for right now. So I'm a little sorry that I'm behind, but I am going to do a video a day. I started 2 days ago, and I'm going to try to do a video a day. I'm going to run past the end of September, obviously. But sewing machine goes at the top, even though we're not going to cover, we're going to cover it up. But it helps to know where the page is going to go. Let me move it down just a smidge. It has to line up. So that looks like one full page. Okay. Now it looks like one full page. There's a teeny tiny tiny line showing. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our side pocket, which I forgot, so let's trim this. Otherwise it's going, oh, you know what? That's actually not a bad thing. Yes, it is. All right, let's trim this off so that the edge is the same. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's just a paper trimmer. Not that exciting. Okay, so we got that trimmed off. Okay. Now we need to re-ink it. Sometimes inking it will get rid of that fuzzy. Sometimes it makes it darker. Fortunately, my paper trimmer didn't want to trim through both because it needs a new blade. Okay. So that means I have to order new blades because I don't have any. So we got that. So now let's do our collage. Now I'm going to look at my photo. All right. So we're going to do stitches and patterns. And that is going to cover the stitches and patterns. So we're going to glue those on here. And I did not ink any of them. Which actually, I think stitches and patterns, I think I will ink. That's almost going to be like the title. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that, but the rest of it I'm not. I guess I could try to ink this little bitty so it isn't quite so white. Now my brother Scan and Cut did not cut the bottom of the thread spool had a white highlight right there, so my brother Scan and Cut thought there was nothing there and cut it off. So we're gonna just cut it off the rest of the way. And try to cut it off rounded. Okay, that's better. Not the best, but better. Alright, so let's glue these two on. Stitches and patterns, patterns and stitches, patterns and stitches. This is just how I do collages. You'll notice that I have square edges. We're going to put this down just a little bit so we have enough room for our spool of thread. I'm assuming this goes straight across. I guess maybe I shouldn't assume that. I've already stapled the notebook together. You know, I just had an idea. I was having trouble getting something to cover the top. I think I can slide that up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put this in the middle to cover the top where the staples are. That's what I was having trouble with. Sorry. I did it again. Stopped in the middle of a sentence. Because I had an idea. So, let's celebrate Terry having an idea. Having an idea. I can't even say it correctly. All right, so we've started off. So then the next thing we want to do is we're going to pull these two things to the side, and we're going to put our thimble to the bottom, and we're going to glue this across the top. And hopefully we're going to glue it across the top over here. Now I should have, oh, there we go. So I can slide it up under there. Let's hurry up. Come on, glue. Okay. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Alright. So it goes on the right hand side, slid up under there, and lined up with there. Okay. So that goes there like that. And then this picture needs to go here. Do I line it up? No. Do I line it up? You guys who make other types of collages are probably going, ah! She's lining everything up. Okay. So I put this here. And just gonna go for it willy-nilly. How do you like that? Does that make you guys happy? Then we're gonna put this here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it didn't stick out over into this empty area. I have to be careful about tapping. My dog thinks people are knocking at the door and he goes kind of nuts. So, yeah, I think I put it over this way. Okay, and we're going to do our tape measure. Looks like a big G, doesn't it? Or a backwards 9. Okay. This doesn't look like it's going to be quite as long as they thought it was going to be. It's going much quicker. Okay. So now we're going to put this here. Look, I'm actually covering something up. Aren't you guys happy? Are you happy for me? I'm probably going to have to come back behind with my glue eraser once everything is completely dry and get out a few spots because I've had to slide a couple things around. Alright, so now I need this one next. Now, that doesn't go all the way down, so this needs to go here. I wonder if I put the ruler, half of the ruler here, and the other half down here, because this well, I could put that down like, oh no, the ruler's going to cover part of the bottom. So I can actually put this up here like this, which is what I'd like to do. So let me put this in all the way up to the top. And I can space it out just a little bit so it lines up over here on this side. Please stop screaming. I know. I can hear you. I really can. This is a structured collage. Let's call it that. A grouping. If that makes you feel any better, you collage makers. If you've ever seen any of my other collages, you can check there's pictures on the Miss Paintalot Facebook group. Which they just changed the name back from mini albums and junk journals. So I am not sure exactly. I forgot to look. I just noticed it yesterday. Let's cut this in half. Goes right up under the part that holds the paper down. It has the little wire that lines everything up. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, hold on to. Okay, so we've got this. So I'm wondering, I think I like this better. Okay, so now we're going to put this piece here. How much does the ruler cover? Okay. So we're going to put this on here. I'm trying to layer a little bit, peoples. Okay. Then I'm going to put this across the bottom. Then we'll put a couple things on top. I have a thimble. Let me bring my picture back up. You have a thimble and a spool of thread, which are here. And put this across the bottom. That way you can still see that border across the top and the bottom. It does cover the stitches and the needle, but such is life. So I'm going to put this up in here. And I have a big stack of ephemera left over here. I mean, a huge stack. So you know, there may be other little areas that I come back and stick some on. When you see the flip through of the book, then you will see if I added anything else. Now this actually has a little needle that sticks off, and I can't believe the scan and cut left that, and there's a little piece of thread coming off of it. So I don't think I can get glue on it. It's so small. We'll have to wait and see here in just a second. Maybe once I glue this down, I can lift it up just a smidge. Yeah, that's too small. Put that there. over a little bit so you could see her dress better. But what happened was, when I made the collage, it was before I had to trim the pages. So this is not exactly right. So that's our collage. Wonder if there's somewhere I can put this. No, not without covering everything up. And put that back on the other ephemera. Okay, so there we go. Let me hold that up for you. So that's our collage. This is our hidden pocket. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do this little notebook. And, oh, I remember now what I set this aside for. We're going to put sewing book on top. And I haven't stapled it yet. I turned one of the pages around so that there's a cover on the back. There's a whole bunch of these. They are ephemera from the kit. They're all pretty cool. And I just put them together, and each page is white on the back. And I'm going to staple them. I'm just going to put one. Oh, let me grab my stapler. Okay, here we come back. All right, so I'm going to grab my stapler. This is small enough that it only needs one staple in the center. Okay. Now what we're going to do, before we put these little ephemera on there, and this little tape measure matches that, kind of ties it together. Sorry about all the noise from my stool. The stool I sit on is not. So what we're going to, is not very comfortable. It doesn't kind of sit where I want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this ruler and we're going to bend it in half, or not in half, but we're going to bend part of it over. See, we don't want to cut their little heads off. And use it to cover the staple. And I'd like to do it evenly. Okay, so there's our fold. I know this sounds silly, but I'm going to get my scoreboard out. I'm not very good at doing small folds like that in a straight line. So let's see, which was the correct spot? Right here. Oh, and that lines right up at 1/2 inch. So let's do that. Let's score it at another 1/2 inch. And that way we can cut this off. Yes. So let's make an X here so we know which piece to cut off. Okay, I'm going to stop us here, and then we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, that wasn't too painful now, was it? All right, let's put our scoreboard away. It just makes it easier to do things in straight lines. That's what it's for. Okay, let's bring this back over. I want to cover this little guy. This guy's face. I'm not really sure why it's on there. That's the way the ephemera crumbles. Okay, and then we're also going to have to measure on the measuring on the measuring board or stick here, or the ruler, where we're going to cut it off, which is right there. so that it just covers the top. And in case you're wondering, I'm saving all these pieces because I'm going to do an actual real collage at the end. Boy, that really shredded too. Okay, here's our mark. So now we're going to glue this, fold it over, and that will cover our staple. And see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we've got the little ruler on the back. It is, oh, look at that. We rescued their heads. So we're going to put a bead of glue across the top here. Well, maybe we'll put it on our little ruler here. Oh, probably have my head in the camera. Sorry about that. Any gray hairs you see are an illusion. They're not real. Okay, we're just going to slide this on here, line it up, glue it down. It's not going to cover it completely. If my cutting was off just a little bit, we're going to try to slide it down just a little bit. So that it's off evenly on both sides. And then that covers our staple. All right. Now, I just took our belly band and cut it in half. I believe. Yes, I did. It's all right. No, that's not our belly band. Where did our belly band go? Well, we're going to need to cut part of this off so it fits in here. So let's do that. And or I can put you on pause and we'll look for some more paper somewhere. Can't believe I did that. I don't know where it went. Okay, so for this to fit in here, we're going to have to cut, yeah, not that much off. Now remember, we're going to glue it too. So we're going to need to cut it. I'm going to cut it right on the other side of the E where it says cutting line. Try that. See how it works. Yeah, that was our belly band. If I need to, I can print out another page of that ephemera and just cut out the ruler. Then we're going to have to it's glued, so we have to make sure it fits in. We're going to end up cutting off their feet no matter what we do. But then again, their heads are cut off, so cutting off their feet is probably not going to hurt them. No screaming will occur because they have no mouths. We're just going to make the whole thing kind of creepy, huh? Okay, now let's see if this slides in here. Take our bone folder and open this up. I think I'm going to have to make it smaller. Oh yeah. Okay, more off the feet. Yep, that fits now. Okay, so we're going to back this onto the cream colored paper, and then we're going to ink the front and the back. And that still didn't give us anything big enough for a belly band. I don't have anything else printed out. So in just a minute. Oh, now that we have this on here, we can put this down here. Cover up that guy. So let's take a sidetrack for a minute. That way we won't lose any of the little pieces. I wonder if I was going to put this down here. Ah, I think I was. Then where am I going to put sewing book? I can just put it across there like that. Okay. Sorry, dude. Covering up your head. And while I print something out, I'm also going to fill my glue. I hope my head isn't in there too much. I'm having an issue sitting on my stool. So I've been standing up. I actually work better standing up. I don't know if people realize this, but when you do a like an audio recording, or even if you're talking on the phone, you sound better, you know, more animated and happy if you are, I don't know where my towels are. Oh, my towels went. Hold on just 1 second. Let me grab a paper towel. That was kind of weird. So even though it won't get it off, it'll smear it into a layer that's so thin that it will dry. Okay, so let's glue this on. Which way do we, yeah, we want it the other way. So I turn right around and lay this right back down. Okay. Put this on. Okay, so we've got that piece. We've got our collage done. Okay. And so all we need to do, let's do this part. Okay. It's easier for me to reach as well. I know you guys are all thinking for me to use the camera, but the swing arm that my camera's mounted on is a smidge too short. My friend Elaine Larkin, she gave me the swing arm. She has a YouTube channel too. So put the link to hers down below as well. She is an upcycler. So she takes things that people would normally get rid of, or even businesses, and she repurposes them for use in journals. I don't know how that ended up crooked with the bottom being straight. Okay. I think I'm going to try to do this with my scissors, since, well, I can always trim it down if the trimmer doesn't work. Okay, and I'm going to do the top in case you're wondering, since you can't see. Look at that. So there's our writing card. On the back, we're going to glue one pair of scissors this way, one pair of scissors the other way. I took antique photo and inked up the white in here so that they looked a little bit older. I didn't do the scissor blades because they're a different color. You know what I mean? When you have scissors, the blades are shiny. So I could actually take some glossy accents or something and try to gloss them up to make them look shiny like scissors, but I'm not going to. Now I need to make sure that I can put my tab on. Maybe I'll just put the one pair of scissors and I'll make it diagonal here, and then you'll still have enough room to write. Let's see, I'm going to put this in this way. So this is the side that the tab is going to go on. So this is the side we're going to put our scissors on. Okay. Yesterday's video, I believe, was 1 hour and 45 minutes. I hope you go through to the end on that one. I was really pleased with that page as well. In fact, 1 and 2 turned out really well. I think you'd like them. We're already 35 minutes into this one, or 45 minutes. So by me saying that, I guess it's too late, because if you're not going to tune in, then you will already be gone. So, wonder, I'm not sure there's even room for the eyelets that I have. We may not be able to do this except for just the tab. We'll have to take a look and see. Okay, we're just gonna put the glue on here, and we're gonna have to put the glue on the full side of one and just the edge on the other side, because one is glued to the front and one's glued to the back, and then they're glued together when you close it. So you definitely have to, let's see, the other one's at the top. Let's make this one in the middle. There we go. If we have to, there's a little pair of scissors on here. If we absolutely have to, you know, we can, I can use my little tiny hole punch. And we're going to have to put another bigger jump ring on there anyway. And the jump ring is just the ring that you open and close, like on a chain on a necklace. So let's size this up here and see if we could use gold. That would look nice. So now to tell, we're going to have to, even though the hole is smaller, this whole rim is what's going to show. So I think we have room. Put it at the bottom. That covers the least amount of the scissors. Let's see if we can mark an approximate spot. Ah, well, that worked out. That was just kind of a thought I had right there, spur of the moment, and it worked out well. Other people have probably done it before, and they're probably all going, well, duh. So now we're going to mark. We've marked our hole. We're going to bring in our crocodile. We're going to cut the hole. Oops. Put it back on 3/8. So we're using 3/8 inch eyelets. We're going to line up our dot to where the punch comes down. It's like a regular hole punch, only a lot bigger. You can see where the punch comes down. Okay. So we want the center of it to be on the center of that. Okay. Now we're going to take our eyelet. We're going to put it in here. That looks nice. And then we're going to put the eyelet where it goes on top of this part. We're going to move this over to the eyelet setting. I'm going to put this on here. She says confidently. Well, that worked out nice. Okay. So now you can see the eyelet is attached. We do have this kind of funky side on the back, but there's no other way to do it. I may go back with a little rubber hammer and hammer that out a little bit so it's flatter. It looks like we could glue that together a little bit better. Let's pinch it. Might have pulled when we punched the... Okay. So now all we need... Wow, we're almost finished with our page. All we need is to take one of these bigger rings. We're going to pass it through. Wonder if this one's big enough for it to hang down. You know, I might need to go one size bigger. I believe, yes, I do have one size bigger. Let's go one size bigger to make sure that it can hang down. This is a little kit that I got on either Amazon or AliExpress. I don't remember which. Let me write it down on here. So if it is on Amazon, this little kit, then I can give you the link so you can go right to it. Okay, let's see what we can do. It came with, where did they go? I just had them. Oh, here they are. Came with these pliers and this pair of tweezers, which are very, very helpful in getting the job done. Okay, so now we're going to take this very, very tiny charm. We're going to open this. I don't know why they make this so difficult to open. Oh, I had it. There we go. Or why it's difficult for me, possibly. That's the way you want to say it. These are already open. So they kind of come in a big tangle. There we go. Put it back in there. Look at that big blob. And we'll put it back in here. And I really didn't pay that much for this whole thing. It may have been $10 at the most. Makes me wonder if it wasn't AliExpress. Okay, now what we're going to do, and I wasn't going to bore you with me struggling to put this tiny, tiny, tiny little eyelet on there. We're going to put one eyelet on the other. We're going to put this eyelet through here. She says confidently. Oh, there it is. And then you just pinch them together this way. You don't squinch them. You push them together so that they meet end to end. Just like that. And I think I put my charm on backwards, which I did. Wasn't paying attention. So I'm just going to open it just a little bit. And I'm going to turn my charm over. Trying to pay attention this time to what I'm doing. I think I'm going to have to open that up just a little bit more. I'm going to slide that back on there. I knew this went too easy the first time. Okay, that should do it. There we go. Now let's slide it around. I'm going to pinch this back together. Okay, now we have our little charm, and it says handmade. Very cute, very cute. Now we'll put our card in here. I'm wondering if I should put a thumb, oh no, I've got the tab to pull it in and out. So that's going to go in just like this. I guess I didn't think to check the depth. I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. Oh, I did check the depth. 99% sure that went in all the way. Okay, well, I'm going to have to cut just a smidge off. I can't figure out what it's getting caught on. Nope, it is going all the way in. Oh, because I didn't take the piece off that I cut. Oh, see, because it cut off part of our scissors. There we go. Couldn't figure out what the problem was. So there's that. Now all we have to do is find our belly band. You know what I could do? Instead of doing that, let's Velcro dot this puppy. That way we've got our picture frame without the belly band covering it. Let me grab my dots. Okay. Wonder if we need two. These are clear, is what they call them, but that just means that one side is clear, and obviously the fuzzy side is not clear. How heavy is this? I think we're going to need two. I'm going to put the white side on the back. Okay, and get one more. I should have thought of this earlier. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we Velcro dotted that on. That's our page. All we have to do is glue it to the big page. And get all this stuff out of the way so we have enough room. Yes, I inked around the edge. I had to double check there for a minute. I think, just to make sure we don't glue the card in, let's set the card out of the way. Let's bring in Mr. Black. Let's unvelcro our little notebook. It's kind of crooked when you take it off. Oh, they're a little crooked on the back of the notebook. Well, life is not perfect. I don't know. That's going to make me crazy. I may come back and do some little dot rearrangements. Okay. Move our little card out of the way. Glue this on. Okay. Okay. Had to get all that gunk off the end. All right. I'm excited. Going to be at an hour in just a couple minutes. And just a couple minutes. And going to get that piece of schmutz off there. I put this in the corners so that I have enough time to kind of smear it around to get it positioned, the page. Plus it spreads out. This ink along the edge spreads out as well. All right. Oh, of course it's right side up, silly. Okay. I'd like to have put it out so the charm hung out a little bit more. However, come on, you. There we go. A little bit crooked. Okay, there's our page. Let's put our notebook inside, our little writing card inside. Oh, the charm will stick out. Awesome. Awesome Blossom. We'll put our notebook on here. And there's our sewing page. Ta-da! I'm actually really happy with it. I was really worried about what was I going to do for sewing since I don't sew. And that's the charm from the other page. I think I'm going to need to fix that. Right, well, I'll do that later. All right, so that's our sewing page, and this is the end of our video, and I will see you in the next video. Let me move that up just a little bit so it fits better. And so I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.